being in moments of my life, whether it was my health or personal life, friendships, relationships, I feel like giving myself completely to something is just the best way I can love. But I never wanted the pain that I endured to put some sort of guard on myself, an armor, if you will. And I never let that happen because I still believe and I still hope. I hope for love and I hope for healing and I hope for change. And I never want to lose that. Of course, there are days where I feel so far away, but I would rather continue to get my heart broken than to not feel at all. I think at first it's frightening, but I feel like if you surround yourself with people who support you and love you, you have to be careful with who you share your story with. I think that can be dangerous. Sharing something that maybe was really hurtful or sharing a story about your internal struggles to someone who may not be giving you the right advice or guiding you another way that will only lead you to more pain is scary. So first and foremost, I would say making sure you surround yourself with great people. And then I would say learn everything there is to learn once it's out. Once you say, okay, I'm dealing with depression, then find out every single thing you can about what that means. And when you have a relationship with depression, as opposed to, allowing it to keep sinking and inside of you, it's a little bit more freeing, I think, to understand yourself better. I want to know what triggers me. I want to know why I get depressed and start asking yourself questions to open up yourself instead of, it's easier said than done, though, I should say, but instead of, keeping it in, I find that the biggest reward is letting it go. I've been to 4 treatment centers, and I have a lot of opinions on, rehabs, if you will, or, places to go. There's a lot that I don't agree with, but what I will say is throughout all of it, learning lessons through dialectical behavior therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, there's something that's always been embedded in me throughout all of those different moments in my life, and that was always to recognize when something was happening to me, accepting it. And I think once I realized that this was something that wasn't going to go away, this wasn't something that was going to be fixed by going to these places. It was more so, what can I know about myself? Okay, if I kind of go down this road, I'm going to get triggered, and I know that feeling and I know how to avoid it. However, I go to therapy. I also have, medication that I fully am on, that I believe in full-heartedly, and it helps me stay balanced. But I still have to deal with it. I still have days that are pretty low and moments that I'm just too over the top, and I'm like, I want to buy everyone a house and I want to save the world. But I've learned to kind of understand it. And the best part about that is also my family and friends, learning how to live with it too. They can be great friends to me in that way. And that took a lot of time as well. I think I tend to blame myself when I can't let something go. I feel maybe something is my fault, or I should have done more of this or less of that. And it starts to become, just like I kind of turn sad. One thing I've noticed when I watched the documentary back for the first time, I didn't even recognize that girl anymore. And it broke my heart because I was talking about my body and my image, and I just hate that I ever felt those feelings. And I think because I have a younger sister, there's been this huge responsibility given to me in a way that has helped me. And I say this about my fans as well, or people that have, grown with me. I've almost had to get back up every time, more so for them than myself. And that's something I've learned to really understand it's healthy to want to be strong for other people, but I needed to recognize I needed to be strong for myself.